Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with another live stream, greeting you early in the morning on a Saturday morning with a couple of updates. Because we're going to speak a couple of things, please get your seats tied. Litten Sport are reporting that Aouar's replacement is in the pipeline. Lyon have apparently identified Nimes Algerian midfielder as the perfect replacement to their midfielder, to their outgoing attacker, Aouar. So we're gonna discuss that. That report. It came out via Alexis Bernard, Lee 10 Sports. So we're gonna discuss that. In very big detail. We are also in a race to sign a winger. Apparently, I don't think Arsenal really do need a winger, but we are in a race to sign a winger, and his name is actually called Malen. He plays with PSV at the moment. Borussia Dortmund look at him as the perfect replacement of Jadon Sancho. So probably we will see how things go down. Go down that lane. We do have an update on Zakaria as well. We shall talk about Ruben Neves as well, and more of your questions, and more of your stories. Do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get the party started. Yes, guys, I welcome back you to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Cossy here on a great Saturday morning. It's a little bit cold around here. Obviously, it is, it's a morning. I do not have a jacket on, so I feel a little bit cold, but things will be fine. How are you doing? Say, just type in good morning in the chat. Type in good morning so that you could reply to me. So I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from, in all parts of the world. So make sure you just type in good morning in the chat so that I will know where you are watching from. Tell me good morning from Qatar, good morning from UG, good morning from Kenya, and I'll be able to know where you are watching in from. Of course, a couple of reports to discuss this early morning, people. Let us start off with a winger who is apparently on the radar to sign for not on the radar, but he's on the radar to sign for us, no, as well as on the radar of Borussia Dortmund's perfect replacement of Jadon Sancho. So according to Just Arsenal this early morning, they've said Arsenal are in a good position to take advantage of Dortmund transfer struggle, and they are saying Arsenal has been handed a boost in their bid to sign PSV attacker Malen, with Borussia Dortmund reportedly struggling to sign him. The Dutchman was on the books of Arsenal between 2015 and 2017, but he couldn't break into the first team squad and return to the Netherlands to join PSV. He has now developed into one of the finest attackers in the Eredivisie, and Arsenal wants him back. However, they aren't the favourites to sign him, as Borussia Dortmund have identified him as an ideal replacement of Manchester United bound Jadon Sancho. However, in what has to be considered a boost to Arsenal's chance of signing him, the Germans are reportedly struggling to reach an agreement with PSV and the player. Despite being set to earn around 73 million euros, million pounds from the sale of Sancho, the Bild via the Daily Mail says they balking at paying PSV 26 million for Malen. His agent, who's Mino Raiola, oh, I know the problem now. His agent, who's Mino Raiola, is also demanding for them to pay around 5 million euros a year in wages, a huge upgrade from his current 1.72 million euros salary per year. Arsenal needs some reinforcements, and bringing back the attacker who has scored 40 goals in 81 league appearances for PSV would add more goals to their games next season. So that's the first story we look at, and it's for a winger. In the names of Malen. Now look, this guy is fantastic, really good. He's been at PSG. He is at PSV, not PSG, but at PSV in the Netherlands. very good. He can play as a winger, and probably you could also use him as a false nine, or you could also use him as an attacker. Someone like a Roberto Firmino, a Mane, or a Salah. I think he is a very good player. He has the potential, but at the moment, if you're gonna speak about it and be honest, I don't see Arsenal going for a winger. I don't see us going in for a striker either. Yes, we've been linked with a couple of them. That includes Andrea Bellotti. In the last 48 hours, that includes Daniel Malen. That includes Maina Solomon. It also includes players like DCL. That is Everton, the striker at Everton, DCL. So we've been linked with so many of them. But again, if you think about it, where are Arsenal's priorities? Where do our priorities lie? Yes, we need to add some more goals to our firepower. And I think the truth is these stories are coming off the back of people that do have an agenda on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I've told you that a couple of people are saying it would be okay if Arsenal let go of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It would be very okay if Aubameyang, leaves. If Aubameyang doesn't actually shine, he should actually, this and that. Look, I'm not really saying that Aubameyang is untouchable. I believe he is touchable, and the fear amongst the Arsenal fan base is genuine. It's just fine. If you're our only goal scoring player, and then you have such a bad season, we've got to fear for ourselves. What if it happened next season? So I think it's more of the fear that's driving these stories out than genuine interest. I don't see Arsenal really interested in Daniel Malen. Yes, he's a good player, very young. He fits into what we want to do, getting young players that can actually develop and add some value. So probably you could sell them in the next 3 years or 4 years, or they could win your trophy in the next 3 years or 4 years. It depends on what the the end is. But of course, it's always the end that just finds the means. So for me, yes, Aubameyang could be having a bad season, last season. But let us first wait to and see what happened next season. You have the Alexander Lacazette saga round, you have the Edin Ketia saga round, you have the Willian saga round. And for me, in my opinion, if we lose Willian and we lose Lacazette as well and Edin Ketia, I would bring in one player. Probably I could think about Emmanuel Solomon, or I could think about Daniel Malen, another good player, by the way, another fine attacker from PSV. But I don't see us to do that at the moment. I don't see us really much interested in getting in Daniel Malen at the moment. Yes, brilliant player, very good. I think he would go to Dortmund. I mean, yeah. His price tag, which is around 26 million euros, Dortmund having collected a 73 million pound paycheck from Manchester United. I think it won't be a big problem, really. It won't be a big problem because they know they've got to replace Jadon Sancho. He's been their key player. He's been a key man there. If they don't replace him, then how are they going to survive next season? So I think they will pay the money. They could have, they could get a compromise. At around, probably they could get the player at around 20 million euros or 21 or 22 million euros. I don't think they'll pay the full figure. They're so good at that, and that's that, man. They're so good at that. They're always gonna, press you against the wall until they get the player, for an absolute bargain. Their relationship with Mino Raiola, that's not the problem. That they have Erling Haaland, who's an agent of Mino Raiola, and I think they're doing so well. They're pressing the likes of Chelsea. They're pressing the likes of so many clubs onto the wall to get to get Erling Haaland signed for them. So I don't think they do have problems with Mino Raiola. They'll eventually find an agreement. I don't think they do have a problem with PSV. I think they'll find an agreement. Sorry, they'll get a consensus very, very soon. So in Arsenal signing in a winger, a couple of people have been asking me, Cossy, will Arsenal sign in a winger? I think we do need one. If you lose Willian and Lacazette, I would bring in someone who fits in the picture of Mane, because if you have a player like Sadio Mane, what you have a name is probably a Jota, right? I'll bring in someone who's more like Diogo Jota, because Jota could be your number 9, Jota could be your winger, Jota could be anything on that page. So let's watch this space. But what I'm so sure of is Arsenal will not bring in an attacker in those areas if Lacazette and Willian are still at the club. Romano says Willian is more than sure that he will leave Arsenal. He wants to leave Arsenal. There are more and more reports that the player will actually find an agreement with any other club outside Arsenal, outside London, and join them. And I do not really have a problem with that. My problem is people linking us to attackers when we are actually not interested in them. I don't think we are interested in Daniel Malen, and I think the story is actually just attracting attention around the player because he's so good. And I think if you look at where it's coming from, the Daily Mail. No, look, not really the most credible of sources, but of course, it's been reported Arsenal, could potentially go for Daniel Malen, another star in the Dutch LDVZ. Very difficult one for me for Arsenal. If they wanted him, it would be easy. But in this, at this point in time, I don't think it's an easy one. I don't think Arsenal have set their eyes onto the player as well. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Thanks everybody for tuning in this early morning. I hope you're doing massively well. I do appreciate the love of all the people from UG, all the people from Kenya, and all the people, of course, from Africa, Asia, all the people from from the UK, Europe, and all the continents around the world, and all the countries around the world. Of course, we do have an update around House of Aouar, and that is the major story in this one. Now, yesterday we spoke about this a little bit, and I really did want to expound it today early in the morning. Lyon are apparently trying to sign Nimes Algerian attacking midfielder Zinedine Fahad to replace outgoing Houssem Aouar, who they received a bid from Arsenal. This is via Lee 10 Sport. So we spoke about this on the live show yesterday. If you're watching live yesterday, you still do remember, right? We spoke about the fact that Arsenal could actually be on the verge of getting Houssem Aouar by the fact that Lyon have actually started looking for a replacement of the player, and they have found him. They have identified one player who could be a perfect replacement, and then the guy is called is found at Nimes, and it's called Zinedine, like Zinedine Zidane. So it's called Zinedine Fahad. He comes from Algeria, and for me, like I said, the Houssem Aouar deal is no longer complicated. That is what we've got to accept now. The deal is no longer complicated as it was last summer. Because last summer, there were so many clubs involved. You had Juventus, who were not even ever serious. They wanted Chiesa, they wanted Houssem Aouar. They were not decided. And they decided, they made up their minds, at a very, very last hour. You had Atletico Madrid, who are also interested as well. We had PSG, who are saying they were interested. Now, it doesn't really look like there's so many clubs. Yes, Atletico Madrid is back for the player, and as well as Tottenham Hotspur, as well as I think those are the two big clubs involved with Arsenal. So 3 clubs interested in Houssem Aouar, and Lyon are very, very convinced that the player is going to leave in this summer. Now, what you have is what could actually increase the price of this guy is the competition, because reports coming in today, and this is I think this is from the Tottenham Express, if I'm not wrong, sorry. Yeah, I think it's from the Tottenham Express, isn't it? And they're saying Houssem Aouar is viewed as a perfect upgrade on Harry Winks, technically plus physically on top level. So Spurs are also now looking at Houssem Aouar, and they're saying actually it's called the Spurs Web. It's not called the Spurs Express, but it's called the Spurs Web. So they're saying Tottenham have apparently also got some interest in Houssem Aouar. But look, Arsenal are leading this race, and it will be very, very hard for Tottenham Hotspur to hijack it. If you look at Spurs now, guys, let's be very honest. However much Lyon do want the money, and they're desperate, and the player also is desperate to leave French League One and play somewhere else. it's not gonna be the easiest of things. It's never gonna be the easiest of of things for Houssem Aouar to join Spurs. One, they have a shit manager. We've got to talk about it. Congratulations, Spurs, on hiring Nuno Espirito Santo as your new manager after being linked with 200 managers. Congratulations, Spurs. I think they bottled it. I think Spurs bottled it, and they're gonna face it. I mean, they might face it rough next season. We don't have the best of managers, but at least what you have with Mikel, now he's been at this Arsenal side for almost a year plus, so he knows the club. That's one of the things you have. You have now Spurs have a new manager in Nuno Espirito Santo. I don't think you're gonna tell Houssem Aouar, we have a manager in Nuno Espirito Santo, and it's gonna attract him. I don't think if they keep Ken, I think that makes them attractive, and they would actually attract him and tell him come and play with Harry Kane in the in the league at Spurs. Maybe that would attract them, but we also have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang somewhere. So I think Spurs, when it comes to attractiveness, they have the squad. I think their squad is a little bit more appealing. The likes of Ken, the likes of Ndombele, the likes of Son, the likes of Hugo Lloris. Of course, Lloris is French. I mean, they could be a little bit attractive, but they do not have that element of massively beating Arsenal in terms of competitiveness for players. If it was United or City or Chelsea, I would think about it. I would agree. But for Spurs, no way, absolutely no way. You're telling me that they're more attractive than Arsenal. So Spurs interested in Houssem Aouar. Lyon are looking for a possible replacement because the bid we made actually, and this is the reason as to why Lyon are rushing to find a replacement. Arsenal's bid is reportedly around £22 million. The money, the valuation of Lyon is between 25 to 30 million pounds. What they actually want to do is they want to press Arsenal onto the 30 million mark so that we could actually pay above, we could pay in excess of 25 million pounds. So probably you have 30 million pounds as their target, and then Arsenal could pay around 27 or 26. It's really called. It's called. It's a bargaining technique. In psychology, I've just forgotten how it's called. You ask for a bigger offer, and then eventually, you get the smaller offer you're looking for. I've just forgotten that. If anyone has done some psychology, let me know in the chat. Please do smash a like on the video, guys. Let's get them to at least 30 likes. Let's get them to at least 30 likes. Let's get some more 7 likes and get to 30 likes. Thanks everybody for tuning in this early morning. So with the Houssem Aouar deal, you have a bid in. You have a bid that is so close, very very close to the valuation of Lyon. You also have the player now accepting that I will join Arsenal. I will go to Arsenal and probably prove my worth and probably make them, become that player that takes them back to Champions League. And probably become that player that actually makes them challenge for silverware. So all this bullshit that has been spoken by many blogs and websites in this window, you won't join Arsenal. They don't have Champions League. That is off. That is off. The player is keen on a Premier League move. Spurs don't have Champions League either. So there is no way you're going to tell me Spurs is going to beat Arsenal signing Houssem Aouar because they have Champions League. They don't have it. They absolutely don't have it. What? They're playing in the Conference League. I don't think Houssem Aouar would be interested in that. It's so, it's very less ambitious. So for me, I don't care about the competition at the moment. What I'm focused on is how do Arsenal handle this matter? How fast can we be? How fast can we go? If in the month, if next week after the Euros, we go in with a second serious, because the first one was really not so serious. I think we were testing the waters. We were testing Jean-Michel Aulas to see where does he stand. Negotiations are ongoing very, very well. They're so smooth. Absolutely smooth. We don't have any wrangles in that negotiation room. There's a lot and a lot going on. So this deal could be wrapped up as soon as the Euros end. That week, watch out for that week. Watch out for next week. It's going to be a very, very big week. Very big week. The price has been set. It's reachable. And I think Arsenal, all we have to do now is go out there and get our man. How much would you pay for Aouar? That is the question I asked you in the question, in the chat. How much would you pay for Aouar? Make sure you're voting in the chat. Make sure you're voting. How much would you pay for Aouar? Would you pay 30 million? Would you pay 40 million? Or would you actually pay 20 million? And many people voting at the moment are saying they would pay around 30 million pounds for Aouar at the moment. That is how the votes is going on. Make sure you're voting in the chat. Make sure you're voting in the comment section. And of course, tell me good morning and tell me where you're watching from. I'll give you a big, massive shout out. Let's speak about Albert Sambi Lokonga for a minute. Now, yesterday at night, I'm so glad that I put out a story. Right, very, very glad. Let me just follow Patrick Vieira here. He's become new manager at Crystal Palace. So and it'll be interesting, by the way, guys. Just a minute. It'll be interesting to see one of our legends, in Patrick Vieira, at Crystal Palace. One of the things I really love is I want to see these guys as managers. They're so good as footballers. The likes of Patrick Vieira, the likes of Dennis Bergkamp, the likes of Thierry Henry. They're so good as footballers at Arsenal. And maybe it's high time we see them, get into that, managerial role. So watch out for Patrick Vieira. Look, I don't know how good he is as a manager. Palace have decided to trust him. And next season in the Premier League, we are going to verse Patrick Vieira. It's going to be cold. That's one of the things that I'm really afraid of. He's got this kind of love in the Arsenal fan base to an extent that he tried to force the Arsenal takeover. He was part of the consortium that were trying to force the Arsenal takeover. With Daniel Ek. That is how close Arsenal is to Patrick Vieira, and that is how close Patrick Vieira, Patrick Vieira is to Arsenal. To say that it's going to be part of Crystal Palace, it scares me. It really scares me. It's going to be a lot of coldness on that touchline when Arsenal smash them 5-0, when Arsenal smash them 2-0, or if Palace smashes 2-0 or 2-1. It's gonna be so cold. The love is gonna look. It's the beauty of the game. At times you've got to face your old friends as enemies, as strangers, as opponents, and that's the beauty of the game. Let's get into Albert Sambi Lokonga. We do have a big update around Albert Lokonga, and it comes from Steven Clares, right? It comes from Steven Clares. He spoke yesterday. I was about to go to bed, but I did put out the update, and I thank everybody who actually went out and seen the update. So he passed his medical, guys. Get in, guys, get in. So, according to Steven Clares, this guy has also been on the Football Terrace before. The man passed his medical. Of course, I did talk about it yesterday in the evening. I said he's gonna do his medical. Not in London. He did. I think it's the same man, Steven Clares, who said he did his medicals. He did his medicals in Holland, in the Netherlands, because that is where Anderlecht are at the moment. But he said that he's not actually with Anderlecht. He's not camping with Anderlecht. That is what he said. There is some distance between him and Anderlecht, but he said the player did his medicals yesterday and he actually passed them. We're just in wait, and of course Fabrizio Romano yesterday came out and said, "Here we go." So we're just waiting for an official announcement. Of course, the player has to arrive in the UK. He hasn't done that yet. The moment he gets onto that flight to arrive in the UK, I'll be the first person to let you. And you know me with updates, right? You know me with updates. I really do love them. I really love it when when I give you whatever is happening around Arsenal. So, according to Steven Clares, if you look at his Twitter profile, Belgian football journalist, freelance pundit, as well, and he's worked with the Belgian Red Devils as well. So he's a very good man. I think if you follow the Football Terrace, you've seen him there. It's a nice journalist. Probably one day we shall try to have him on and see, how good Albert Sambi Lokonga is, because that is what I want to do. I want to get different pundits on this channel, so that they can tell us how good are these players that we are signing. How good is Albert Sambi Lokonga? Of course, we've seen the stats, but we need a deeper insight. How good is Lokonga? How good is Nuno Tavares? That should be a Portuguese journalist. Hope we can get one. How good is are the likes of Aouar? We will do that. The channel is growing, and of course, like I said, on YouTube, the more you grow as a community, the more you can get these big names. Someone has told me we will need around $300 or $400 to get Fabrizio Romano on. Look, if we grow, it won't be a problem. We will get the likes of Fabrizio Romano on, and the likes of David Stein on, and the likes. We can pay for whatever they're asking for us to get them on. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Let us grow faster. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure you watch the videos and smash a like. So according to the poll right now, saying according to the votes now, 48 votes, guys. It's still low. Let's get them to around 100 votes. 100 votes. It would be very genuine. 100 votes. So let's get them to 100 votes. After watching, thanks everybody. 140 people watching. Thanks everybody. Smash like button, guys. Let's get 10 more likes. Let's get 10 more likes, guys. 10 more likes. Let's get them to at least 60. Let's get them to at least 60. 10 more likes if you're appreciating the work I do. Let's get them to to 10 more likes. Let's get them to 60 as soon as possible. So Lokonga passes his medical, and I think that is something that we expected. I did expect him to fail. He did it yesterday in the Netherlands. Today we expect a lot of updates from Nuno Tavares, who's currently out of self-isolation. He's out, and he can now join. Right. So and he can now join the Arsenal team at London Colney. So yesterday he was at London Colney after his isolation period elapsing. Probably could have an announcement today or tomorrow. What I'm sure of is maybe Arsenal waiting to announce these two together, and it would be absolutely marvelous. I mean, a double announcement, incoming would be really marvelous. Sorry for that. Really sorry for that. So it would be marvelous if we get in a double announcement, from Arsenal, and I would be really glad if we actually do get in as well. So we're gonna speak about Andre Onana and Hector Bellerin as the last two stories. I mean, it's a little bit cloak, it's a little bit vague around Andre Onana and Hector Bellerin. But let us start with Hector Bellerin. This is according to Fabrizio Romano. He said, surely, I mean, it depends on your accent, Arsenal will sign in a new right back in this summer. Something will happen. I want to say that again. Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal will sign in a new right back this summer. Surely something will happen. Now, look, if there is an area we have been absolutely quiet, and it's been causing a lot of panic in the fan base, because this is how it was last summer when we were linked with a couple of them, but Hector Bellerin stayed. And it was causing some panic, really some panic in the Arsenal fan base. Are we going to sign in a right back? Who is it going to be? And things like that. But Fabrizio Romano, again, of course, at the beginning of the window, he said, surely Arsenal will get in a right back. He said that. Arsenal will get in a right back. Now he says, guys, don't get ahead of yourselves. Don't get frightened. Don't go into panic mode. Arsenal will get in a right back. Surely something will happen. He says, surely something will happen. So apparently, at the moment, It is Inter Milan that is more interested in signing in Hector Bellerin. It is Inter Milan. Actually, if you think if you look at all the reports that are around this club, Inter are the club that is more interested in getting in Hector Bellerin. We have hit 70 likes. Thanks everybody. That is good. You guys are the real deal. If you've not smashed the like button, you're really really so bad. Early morning update. Let's get to 80 likes, guys. 10 more likes to get to 100, to 80. 10 more likes. Let's get to 80 likes. You guys are the real deal. You've made this channel. And surely, if you're watching the content, 170 people watching, almost 10,000, 20,000 views per day, there is no way you're not smashing the like on the video. So please and please get a like on the video. Please and please get a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel. Let's get them to 80 likes. 10 more likes. Let's get them to 80. So Bellerin at the moment, despite the fact that he's been linked with a couple of Spanish sides, the closer or the closest a club has come to Hector Bellerin has been proposing a deal, and that deal has been proposed by Inter Milan. So Inter Milan have been the closest club to come to come to the Hector Bellerin transfer. And according to Romano, he says there is still nothing advanced between Inter and Arsenal for Hector Bellerin, as AFC want to sell him on a permanent deal, not accepting a loan with a buy option as of today. Inter are also considering Atlanta's right back Hans Hateboer as a potential option to replace Achraf Hakimi. Now, we've talked about ridiculous things, guys, and I think, look, I say Dortmund getting 80 million euros and getting 80 million euros, and refusing to pay 26 million euros for Daniel Malen at PSV is ridiculous. And I mean, Inter Milan have got 70 million from Achraf Hakimi, and they want to get a free agent. This is crazy, because this is what they're trying to do. This is what they're trying to do. Bellerin has 2 years left on his contract, right? 2 years. If they get him on a loan deal and try to sign him next summer, he will be left with 1 year left on his contract. His valuation drops significantly. That's what they're trying. Wow, Inter Milan, that is wise, man. That is wise. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. I mean, they're like con men. Absolutely, they're like absolute con men. Yeah, absolute con men. And of course, in terms of a right back, I'm gonna tell you the people we've been linked with. But I mean, let's get them to 90 likes, people. Let's get them to 90 likes. Thanks everybody. You guys are the real deal. Let's get at least 10 more likes and get them to 90. 10 more likes and get them to 90. Thank you for smashing the like button this early morning. A round of applause to everybody who smashed the like button, and a round of applause to everybody who has subscribed today on this show. A round of applause to you. Big up. If you've not subscribed but you're thinking about subscribing, big up. And everybody who has smashed the like button and is about to smash the like button as well, as big up. So let's get them to 90 likes as soon as possible. So Inter Milan are saying, you know what, we will take Hakimi. We will take him, and probably we shall think about buying him at the end of the season. What they're trying to do is they're trying to buy some time, let this guy's contract run down, and when it runs down, they will eventually tell you he has 1 year left in his contract. He has 12 months left in his contract. We could sign him. We could book him in January for a free transfer. Wow. Inter, come on. I think Arsenal shouldn't accept this. And look, even if it's an obligation to buy, the prices should be stipulated right away. Take him on loan, but insert an obligation to buy clause of around 20 million euros or around 25 million euros for Hakimi. This business of saying we will pay when we want, it doesn't make sense. The guy is running down on his contract. Do you want to take him for free? Are you crazy? So I think Arsenal really need to be spot on, in that area. And I've seen somebody in the chat telling me, Cossy, Rido Baku is a good player. We've not really been linked with Rido Baku, but I've seen Edu Hagen, one of my favorite people on Twitter, obviously striving to become one of the greatest journalists. He said Rido Baku, he's the real deal, and I think he is a good player. You have Jeremy Doku, is another good player. You have Denzel Dumfries, is another good player, another good option. Max Aarons, another good option as well. And a couple of others really, but I've not. I mean, apart from Tomiyasu, who've been linked with, and we are struggling to get his signature because Spurs actually leading that race. I've not seen any serious links between Arsenal and a right back. I mean, they're like snapshots. Arsenal just, they're like snapshots. Arsenal linked to this one, it disappears. Linked to this one, it disappears. I've not seen serious talk. I've not really seen serious talk between Arsenal and a new right back, unless it's bound to happen. But at the moment, I've really not seen any serious talk between us and the new right back. So guys, Andre Onana now. We do have an update around Andre Onana, but we do have, we also still have 10 more likes to get to 100. Thank everybody. You guys are the real deal. Let's get 10 more likes to 100. That will be our target. 10 more likes. Let's get them to 100 as soon as possible. And let's see what you people are saying, Ali, this morning. Ruben Neves updates because I really want the deal to happen. We are in negotiations. Good morning, Kacha Yuji. We are in negotiation for Ruben Neves. At the moment, there is nothing leaked. As of this early morning. Good morning, Cossy. What a happiest morning. The hour is nearly to join FC. I personally need Aouar in AFC. We want him. I also do need him as well. Madison update. At the moment, I mean, I don't want to lie to you. At the moment, there is nothing serious between us and James Madison. The interest is still there. He's still one of our still one of our transfer priorities. Still one of the names we're looking at. But if you ask me, is anything close? Are we very close? Are we putting in a bid? Really nothing. Really nothing to talk about. Do smash a like on the video, guys. Don't stop until it is many likes, at least 120 likes. Don't stop smashing the like button. If you just joined in, do smash a like on the video. If you're already on the show but you had forgotten to smash a like on the video, do that as well very soon. Hey bro, this is according to Stephen, live in Qatar. Big up people in Qatar. Good morning, Tali. Good morning, JC. Good morning, my man, Glenn. I'll be having a show with Glenn Kitely at exactly 3 p.m. today. 3 p.m. and we'll be discussing Arsenal transfers. Make sure 3 p.m. live. 3 p.m. live, and of course I'll come back at 6 p.m. live, and I will do a show with him. I don't know when it's gonna upload it. Whether I think it's gonna be an upload. So I'll be doing a show with him on his channel, and make sure you do check it out. Pick up Glenn Kitely on the on the show, bro. Good morning, live from Dubai. Good morning, Phrase. Hope you're doing well. Good morning from Kenya. Big up Jesse from Kenya as well. Good morning. We need James Madison. As well from Zambia, Livingstone, tourist capital city. Big up, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Kancha, good morning, Cossy from Qatar. Oh, Kancha, you're in Qatar. Big up, guys. Anyone who's glad to sponsor me for internet this month, I'll be absolutely happy. If anyone is willing to sponsor me for internet, sponsor my internet, it's just $100, I think. Less than $100. It's around $95. So if anyone is happy to sponsor me for internet, that my numbers are on the screen. If you love to sponsor me for internet, my internet package is expiring. Last month, I think it was Peterson The Rock who sponsored us. Thanks, big up Peterson. Love you so much. So if you feel like you enjoy the content and you love to sponsor us for internet, get on my WhatsApp and also get on my numbers. I'll be very, very glad to get it. It's 90 around $99, which is around 360 Ugandan, Ugandan shillings. Kanchi says, but I believe we have enough wingers. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Arsenal going for a winger. Eric from Sierra Leone, good morning, Bazi. Good morning, much love from Sierra Leone, Eric. Kanchi, I don't see best strikers in the summer. I mean, you are the likes of you're the likes of Andre Silva, but he's apparently gone to RB Leipzig. Morning, Cossy. Morning, Stella. Stella, where are you from? Stella, where are you from? Big up. And I said, Stella, if you have a Twitter handle, Instagram, let me know. I'll be giving you a follow as soon as possible. Thanks for the love, Stella, and thank you always for tuning in. Rogers, big up. Rogers from Boyogerere, big up. Boyogerere. That is because the R in where I come from, the R is actually L in a pronunciation. So big up, bro. Big up, Rogers from UG. Much love to the people in UG, my country. Good morning, Mohammed. Good morning, bro. I need Madison. Good morning, brother. This is according to Isaka. Good morning, my brother, as well. Announce Madison morning. Fans, this is according to Rogers. Kalunji, good morning, bro. Good morning. How are you doing? Simon says, good morning, Cossy, Arsenal family. Good morning. Kanche says, I have just seen news saying that Housem Aouar's friend is the one who was in London. Housem Aouar posted. Look, I've seen those reports as well. But it looks like they are trying to hide this deal. They're trying to keep the deal inbound. I don't think it is true. Jamal, good morning as well. Good morning, Jamal. Hope you're doing well. And Kimby says, Matthew listening in from Estonia. Big up all the people in Estonia. Eric Ricky says, morning. I'm Ugandan but based in Bahrain. Pick up all the people in Bahrain. Hope you're doing well. Robert Ntege in Kampala. Big up Robert. Good morning, bro. Chatting from Delta State. Blufferan. Brufferland. Thank you so much. Bro. Good morning to you. Morning, Cossy. This is Ali. Good morning, Ali, as well. What's the update on Alexander Lacazette? Well, Alexander Lacazette, I'm going to speak about Andre Onana, by the way, before we close the show. Don't get scared. 100 likes, guys. Big up, you guys are the real deal. Big up getting. What a community we have here. You guys are the real community. And for me, that is all about the community. Getting in those likes, getting in the views, and getting in your views as well. So big up everybody who has smashed the like button. 100 people have voted around, and they're saying 50 people would pay 30 million for Housem Aouar. 31% would vote for would get Housem Aouar at 20 million. And 14% of you would get him at around 40 million. So it makes some sense. It really, really makes some sense. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. All right. What's the update on Alexander Lacazette? Lacazette is set to Arsenal will accept an offer. Right. Arsenal will accept an offer, but he might be set to stay at the club. Morning from Uganda. Morning Caleb. Why do AFC want to sell Xhaka? This according to Eze. I think the plan wants to leave as well. Yeah, I think the plan wants to leave as well. He wants out. I mean, it would have been a little bit more interesting if Xhaka wanted to stay, but I think he also wants to leave. Yeah, I think he also wants to leave the club as well. Right. Just a minute. We're going to do this. Right. I think it's a little bit better now. Right. Good morning, Cossy. This is Vincent. This is Vincent. Good morning to you, bro. I hope you're doing well. So far, any news? A new player in Arsenal update? Update me, please. I'm Eric from Kenya. I think the new players that we are talking about that could be sure deals is apparently we are talking about Ben White. You're talking about Lokonga and Nuno Tavares. The rest still much of a rumor. We welcome our new signings. Big up my bro in the chat as well. Nairobi, Kenya. Wow, big up Simon and good morning to you. We are in the same Kenya. We are in the same time zone, so I know about that. We need Bissouma and White. To kick off the season, White will be an Arsenal player. Bissouma is a very difficult one. Thanks, man. Cossy, keep us updated. Thank you so much, John Albert. Keep doing that. Mosa says Cossy. We paid a huge amount for him, which was turned down. I think it's a very big opportunity, and if we can get him at around 30 million, it would be a good. Yeah, it would be a bargain. I mean, don't be afraid to say it. It will be a bargain, Vadi. It will be a bargain, Vandy. It will be a bargain. A bargain. Simon, why did our agent come? Why did our agent to come to London? It's a little bit controversial. Many people are saying he's in London, and how some hour says he denies the rumors. Mena Solomon is damn good for the future. Get him. Not even for the future. I think Elvis. He gets into that Arsenal side right away. How far with Ben White, Dale Cossy? Agreement in principle. We have an agreement in principle, John. John Albert. Let's wait for until the Euros end. Simon says, "I wanted Yves. I also wanted a player like Yves, but I want a player who has the vibe." Hello, Arsenal fan from Northeast India. Big up Isaac. From Northeast India. I'm against Jacques Sales, according to. Look, Jacques Sales, it's a little bit complicated. It's a little bit complicated, though. But thank you so much. How far with Ben White? This is read one. Ben White should be an Arsenal player. Let us just wait for the Euros to conclude. Robert Ntege, will Uganda? Uganda and Entebbe, love you so much. So much talk about Messi, bro. One love, bro. Messi. What should I talk about Messi? Robert. One thing you have to know is Barcelona. He's apparently a free agent, right? He's apparently a free agent, and Barcelona are trying to free up to 200 million in order to, on their wage bill in order to keep him. It was a little bit ridiculous. Barcelona have a annual wage bill that is around 600 million. So what they have to do at the moment is to free up to 200 million of their wage bill, so that they can actually keep Lionel Messi. He will stay at Barcelona. He will stay at Barcelona. So I mean, if you're saying that is Lionel Messi gonna join Arsenal? No. Is he going to PSG? Probably a possibility. PSG or Manchester City. If Barcelona fail to get a way out, but I don't think they're gonna fail to get a way out. I don't think they will. Someone will bail them out. Someone will surely bail them out. This is according to Rachel. Good morning, Rachel. Hope you're good as well. Taco Taken Slow. Pickford says, I think it's called Rido. It's called Rido Baku. It's very good. Yeah, very, very, very good. Impressive scenes in the German Bundesliga. Ours should be 30 million because lots of clubs are broke now. I mean, you being broke doesn't mean the player should come cheap. Honestly, we should talk about it. You being broke doesn't mean you should get a player at a cheaper price. Right? Do smash a like on the video, guys. Let's get them to 120 likes. Very, very soon. 10 more likes to get that done. 120 likes. 10 more likes to get that done. So anyone to give us 10 likes out of the 180, much appreciated. Bro, are you Ugandan? Are you in Uganda or in London? This is according to Jar Leaves. If you look at my numbers, they're in Uganda. I'm in Uganda. Many people think I'm in London, by the way. My accent. I went to one of the best primary schools and nursery schools in the world. Bro, I did answer that about my location. Lamptey should replace Bellerin. Lamptey looks like he's set to stay. He is set to stay. Dumfries or Baku, only those two are the ones I want. Look, there is also Doku. What about Jeremy Doku? It's another interesting one. Bro, I answered that. Really answered that. Max Aaron's asked, no, let's get him. This is Kanja. Yeah, I think Aaron's another good one. I don't know. Many clubs were interested in him, and it doesn't make sense. Kato Anderson, big up in the chat. Didn't get that. Hello, my fellow Arsenal fans. Big up, Richard Singh. Big up. Like I said, if there is anyone who would love to sponsor my internet in this month, my package has run down. If you love to sponsor me, I mean, any little thing, anything little will be gladly received. Very, very well. And thanks for Peterson DeRoe. He sponsored us for internet for this month. Big up, Peterson. I hope someone could actually sponsor us for this month as well. Lamptey is better than Aaron's. Simon, I think Lamptey is more of a traditional right back. Aaron's is more of a modern fullback. So it depends on what you want. Phrase, I don't care how much they buy him as long as he comes to us. No, how Sam. Big up, Phrase. Good morning to you, Cossy. Good morning, my man, Gareth. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing really, really well. Wow. Need to get these. Where was I? So many comments. I can't believe this. Athman says, sign up Aouar. Big up Athman. Joel, how far are the Aouar and Ruben Neves deals? Negotiations are going on. Well, we need a very energetic right back and someone willing to improve. I think that means you need to go for someone who's a little bit younger, right? Following up from Kenya, big up Enoch from Kenya. I appreciate the work you're doing, bro. Thank you much, Stephen. Thank you so much, Stephen. If you do appreciate the work, do smash a like on the video. That is one of the things we've got to do. Do smash a like on the video if you appreciate the work we are doing. And of course, you can sponsor, through a super chat. The super chat button is that $sign. Just check where you're doing your comments. There is a $sign. Press on it and you'll be able to buy us a super chat. You could use my numbers that are scrolling on your screen, and you could also be very, very, very well if it would be very well if you guys did sponsor me for internet this month so that I don't struggle with the live streams. Hello, Cossy. How about Tariq Lamptey? Update with us? No, not really. I don't think there is anything around him. Good morning, Angel. How are you doing? Good morning, my favorite. Thanks for the good work done. Thank you so much. Good morning, my favorite as well. Most important person on the live stream now is me, and she's the next. Only want Arsenal to be in the top 4. Please, this is according to senior hands. I think we can do that if we get a very good summer. James following up from UG. Pick up, James. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Saliba. Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing, Matt? Thanks for the updates. We appreciate listening from you here in UG. Pick up, Emmanuel. Thanks for appreciating. I can see the like button. Any update on Lokonga? I'm live from you. Lokonga passed his medical. That is the latest. He passed his medical. So very, very, very close to that, to announcing that as well. Dennis following from Namibia. Big up my man Dennis from Namibia. Hey, Cossy live here in UG. Where is White's update? Ben White, we have a total agreement. We just with him, and we have an agreement in principle with Brighton. Let us wait and see. Olisa Ntali says, good morning, Cossy from Nigeria. Big up all the people from Nigeria. House Mawa to be around 60 million and buy him 30, which is cheaper. Yeah, it's an absolute bargain. Morning, bro. Good morning, Silver. Is it more likely that the last previous transfer window Aouar to Arsenal? I think this is a little bit easier because of the price. It's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier. What cost is De Lorenzo? Wow. I've not looked at his market value. I've not looked at his market value. But let me just De Lorenzo. Let me get his market value on the transfer market website. I mean, they just do it for me. The wonderful people at the transfer market website. I just astonishingly. Silvestri Dolorenzo, market value. Okay, let's look at. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. So I might just get it. Okay, Di Lorenzo. Okay, right, here we go. Okay, right. He's a right back, and his market value is around 15 million euros. I mean, I don't know. This is as per June 2021. His market value is around his market value is actually around 15 million euros. Right. It's cheaper than I expected. Good morning from UG. Hot Videos brand. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Big up from Jamaica, man. 2 a.m. here. Oh, big up. You guys, you're the real man then. Real man, watching, it's late. It's late night and he's on watching. Big up. Big up all the people in the chat. It really means a lot. Big up Timo, my man. Hi, Cossy. Good morning, Timo, my man. And thanks, everybody. Thank you always for tuning in, Timo. Anger, big up, bro. Now that Gabriel is injured, while on Saliba, I'm in Kenya. I mean, even if Gabriel gets injured, they don't really give us the same thing. I think that makes Pablo Mari the direct replacement, right? I love your energy, man. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Stuart. Andrew says, thanks for the updates, bro. I'm from UAE now. Thank you so much. We need 3 more signings to compete for the Premier League. I think we need more than that, but thank you so much, Koroma. Thank you so much. Michael from UG says, big up, Michael. Hope you're doing well, bro. Tell you living from London or UG. I'm not in London. I'm in UG. Look at my numbers. They're scrolling down. So actually, if you want to get me an internet package, the last number is on WhatsApp. So hit me up on WhatsApp, and I'll be very, very glad. Watching from DR, this is Mbabu. You remind me of Mbabu. Is Mbabu? Does Mbabu have some attachment to Congo? Mbabu, the Switzerland right back. He was absolutely. I do love him. Big up, bro. Watching in from New Jersey. Thank you so much, people from New Jersey. Nihad, big up Arsenal as well. I rather Yves than Neves. He is younger, cheaper, and better. Fits our team playing style. Actually, they are of the same age. Yves Bissouma is 24 years of age. Neves is 24 years of age. Both of them born in 1997. So none of them is really so young. But I love the energy. Right? Cossy, thanks for the update. How far with the Madison deal? Madison, not really so close. Big up, bro. It's already 7 a.m. here in Lyon. Good morning in Lyon. Good morning to people in Lyon. Right? Good morning. Any news about Onana? Ebenezer from Ghana. Let's wrap it up. Guys. Let's wrap it up. We are at 133 likes and 150 people watching. 135 people have voted, and you people have voted for Housem Aouar 30 million. He is worth 30 million according to people on this podcast. So for Andre Onana, this is according to Edu Hagen, and he said Arsenal are charging for Andre Onana. Ajax will accept around 5 million euros plus 3 million euros in add-ons. The file is far from over. Lyon have done more as for now. So for Andre Onana, it seems Arsenal's interest has not actually dropped, but we are actually behind Lyon in the race. There are also reports that Arsenal have realized that more and more clubs are interested in Onana, and they might actually speed up. Their pursuit of the player as well. So we wait to see. What comes out of that. Andre Onana. That's the update. I thought it was. I thought the deal was off, but it's not really off as yet. We have not seen more of ESR. Hope this season is his. Pepe and Saka too. Big up Timo. I think. Look, for Pepe, this has got to be. This got to be his season. Otherwise, I'm gonna trash him. I'm gonna trash him if it's not his season. For Saka, I'll take it slow. For Emil Smith Rowe, 20 years of age, he has just got his breakthrough season. I'll take it slow. But for Pepe, you're 26, you're 27 now, you're running into 27. You've got to prove it, man. So Pepe, this must be his season. This must be his season, right? We need a midfielder that can stand Manchester City's midfield and stand Liverpool's midfield too. That is Bissouma. That is Ruben Neves. I think Wolves have stood their ground against those two. I do not know whether Mbabu has an attachment with Congo, but Lokonga has, and his big pro Mpoko plays for DR Congo national team, and Bolase. His cousin. All right. Thank you so much for the update, Bobby. Thank you so much. So Lokonga has an attachment to Congo, right? He decided to play for Belgium. There's a guy given 33 shot. Please give me of his pro. We talked about him yesterday. His name is called Arthur Nkwoku. Yeah. He's called Arthur Nkwoku. He's been promoted into the first team, and he's likely to become our third choice goalkeeper. It's believed that Edu and Mikel rate the player so high. He's been part of the Arsenal hierarchy right from growing up. He's been part of the Arsenal grooming hierarchy. And finally, he's got himself in a pole position where he joins the first team, and he could be our third choice goalkeeper next season. His name is Arthur Nkwoku, right? Aouar, this is according to Augustine. Big up. Good morning from Kuwait. For me, Aouar is 40 million, but 20 million would be an absolute bargain. Of course, it would be. Frank, good morning, Cossy, live from TZ. Big up, my man, Frank Mahesa, always on. To see me, Regan says, what situation is Gabriel injury? I've really not got more information, but it's a knee injury, and the MRI scan that he made, he got, is actually reported that he sustained what you would call a tendonitis. It's called tendonitis. So let me just search for what you call a tendonitis so that we can actually get more information on it, right? Tendonitis, right? Okay, that's it. Tendonitis. So listen, this is what he's suffering from, and this is according to the NHS, National Health Service, UK. They're saying a tendonitis is when a tendon swells after a tendon injury. It can cause joint pain, stiffness, and affect how a tendon moves. You can treat mild tendon injuries yourself and should feel better within 2 to 3 weeks. So according to Gabriel, according to the situation around Gabriel, the moment he felt uneasy, he pulled out of strong training sessions. He went for an MRI scan, and it showed that he actually has a tendonitis, or he's suffering from tendonitis. And here they're saying if it is mild, it is 2 to 3 weeks. Then if it's bigger than that, then probably 5 weeks, 5 weeks, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. But I'm really afraid of knee injuries. They are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I really do hate them. 2 more likes, guys. Just give me 2 more likes. And then we can call this a show. 2 more likes. We can call this a show as well. It's called Okonkwo. It's called Arthur Okonkwo. Sanyu says, hi bro, how much time left in on Saka's contract? Saka just from Fort Porto. Saka just signed a new contract. Don't worry about that. He just signed a new contract. So I think you have 4 years on his contract. Don't worry about it. Our first lineup next season: Leno, Di Lorenzo, Gabriel, Ben White, Tierney, Partey, Neves, Aouar, Smith Rowe, Saka, and Aubameyang. You've dropped Pepe, right? Simon, you've dropped Pepe. It's decent. It doesn't look bad. we can see how our play against Manchester City, Juve in the Champions League, and dominate their midfield. So Arsenal should not allow Spurs to get him. It would be a blow to us. This is according to Koroma. Yeah, big up Koroma. I think you've said everything. You've said everything. A midfielder that's got the vibe, a midfielder that can actually make things happen, a midfielder that will actually torment the opponent, right? A midfielder that will torment the opponent. You guys have been absolutely, absolutely amazing. Let's get 10 people to subscribe, and I'm going to give them a shout out. If you're new and you've not subscribed, if you've not pressed the subscribe button, subscribe, and I'm going to give you a shout out. So subscribe and tell me I've subbed. Just write subbed. Just write subbed, or just write I've subbed or I've subbed, and then I'm going to give you a shout out. And then let's get one person to sponsor us for internet today, guys. Sponsor us for internet this month. 1 or 2 people or 3 people. If you're willing, just let us know that you're willing to sponsor us for internet, and I'm gonna be so glad. I'm gonna be so glad. So if you're willing, just 1 person or 2 or 3, just to sponsor us, I'm gonna be very, very glad. So guys, I think that's the update around the club. Not really much to talk about. In terms of a defender or a striker coming in. But I've tried to exhaust the stories as they come in. At 3 p.m. we'll have a live show with Glenn. So make sure you do check it out. I'll have a live show with Glenn. Make sure you do check it out. Keep smashing the like button. Keep subscribing. If you've subscribed, let me know that you've subbed, and then I'm going to give you a shout out. And if you want to sponsor us for internet, also let me know in the comments, and then I'll give you a shout out. I've subbed yesterday. Technically, I'm new. Big up Gunnar Studio. Thank you for subscribing. Subbed. Thank you, Jerry Calvin. Thank you so much. Praise. Thank you so much as well. Shout out to Michael as well. Thank you so much for subscribing today. 4day, thank you so much for subscribing. Right. Andrew, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot. Okay. Nosi Motel, thank you so much. Or Motale, thank you so much for subscribing. He also says he's subscribed. Wow, you guys are the real deal. Do smash a like on the video, guys. Do smash a like on the video. It really means a lot when we get more likes on the videos. It really, really means a lot. We have had 150 votes. That is massive. We are very close to 150 likes. So only 5 people to 150 likes. Thanks everybody. Thanks you guys. Thanks for subscribing. You guys are really, really the real deal. Thank you so much for Nosi. So thanks everybody for subscribing. My numbers are down on the studio. If you love to buy me a super chat, use that use that button. If you love to sponsor us for internet this month, you could use my numbers. They're always on the on the studio. They're also the studio lines. Are we really signing House and Aouar? It's it might come home, brother. It might might come home, brother. While in UG, I used to listen to the likes of Kalans, but since I returned to DR Congo, discovered you and noticed you are the best. Big up my man, Bobby. Big up my man, Bobby. Big up, much love to people in the DRC. Big up and much love to people in the DRC. Big up to people in the UAE. People in the UAE, people in Dubai, UAE, and those you should buy us internet this month. Really, you should buy us internet. So if you're happy to sponsor us, it should be people in the UAE, but anyone who's willing, and more and more and more. But thank you so much, my man. I hope you are well, and hope you are really, really doing well. So guys, it's been a wonderful show, and you're gonna allow me call it a day. Thanks everybody who has subscribed on the show. Thanks everybody who has smashed the like on the like on the video. Thanks everybody who has given us a comment. I'll speak to you very soon, and I love you. Much love from Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Remember, we do need a sponsor for our internet package, or need sponsors. Just anything little, let me know on my WhatsApp number, and I'll be very, very glad. Hey!